Hey everybody, this is Jen. Welcome to my channel. Well, it's time. What is it time for? It's time to get our brooder set up ready to go because we have some chicks that are ready to go in it. So follow me along right here on Garden Jen's Journey. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I shared a video with you on how to hatch your own chicks. Well, that video was released basically a week after I started my chickens in the incubator, and now I actually have chicks that have hatched out of that batch. It's so exciting. I will show you them in just a little bit. We have to get some of them moved out to make room for the other ones that are still hatching. So I need to make sure that I have this brooder set up ready to go so we can move these chickens out. So I have my brooder box set up in a different place than we usually do. I used to have it up on my porch, but we reorganized, and I wasn't really thinking I was going to hatch any more chicks or anything like that. So we weren't planning on having a space for brooding chicks. But all that changed, and so I have a new space for my brooder box. It's actually sitting in my shed that I usually hold my merchandise and supplies for my soap and lotions and all that kind of stuff that I make here on the homestead. So I moved some stuff around, made some room. And now there's a brooder box in there, and I will show you that setup. Okay, so this is the inside of my shed right now. I still have a little more organizing to do, but it's been so cold and wet that I haven't really been able to organize in here much. So we just kind of put stuff, stack stuff as much as we could to make room for this box here. This is our brooder box. We've been using it probably for at least 5 years now, I think. And it's just a 2x4 plywood box that my husband built for me. It's nothing really fancy, just plywood 2x4 box. And we had hoped that I would just be able to use this. This is a brooder. I forget what they call it. But it's a brooder heater. The chicks actually go underneath to stay warm, and that was going to be my main heat source, so I was not using these heat lamps anymore. But unfortunately, it is still really cold. It's below 30 degrees because the ground out there, the water out there has frozen, and I can see my breath. And in here it is really cold, so I needed to get the actual heat lamp going. And get this warmed up because it has to be at least 80 degrees in here. Otherwise, I'm going to lose those chicks. So we're going to let this set up. I'm going to go ahead and close this so that heat lamp can do its job. There we go. I'm just going to let this warm this area up in here. We've already got the food and the water and stuff to go, so we just need to wait for this to heat up. And then we're going to bring our chicks out. So that'll probably happen either later this morning, depending on how quickly this heats up, or this afternoon. So this is the first batch of chicks that is hatched from our incubator. We have about 7 more that are in the process of hatching. These guys are going to get moved out into the brooder to make room for their siblings to hatch. So exciting. Our second batch of hatched chicks out of our incubator. We got 7 more. So far we have 12. We shall see if the other eggs left will hatch. I'm not sure. They have until tomorrow night to start showing signs of life before we deem them dead. So I'm going to put these guys out with the other ones in the brooder box. All right. So here is all the babies that we have so far. And the lighting is a red light, so please bear with the video here. We have the heat lamp on in here because it gets down to below 30 degrees outside. And so in here it gets really, really cold. So we definitely have to have the brooder light on right now. But our little fuzz balls are doing great. Like I said, we have approximately a dozen live chicks so far. They're all basically olive eggers, but because we have an Americana rooster, we do have a couple different mixed varieties in here as well. So we'll see if any more of the eggs inside hatch, and we'll keep you updated. Okay, so it's been about a week and a half since these guys hatched, and they're doing very, very well. I'm gonna see if I can open up the box here and show you what they're looking like so far. So I gotta set the phone down, and then I'll show you what these guys look like. Okay, so I turned off the heat lamp so it's not giving off the red color. And everybody's hiding underneath this brooder lamp here. Let me see what that thing's called because I keep forgetting. Okay, so here's that thing that's in the brooder box. It's called a chicken coop, heater, and brooder. And it can set up 3 different ways. You see that here. And the way I have it is as a brooder, where they hide underneath it and stay warm, like they would if that was a mother chick. And it's really, really cool. Works very, very well. Like I said earlier in the video, I just have to have the heat lamp here as a supplement heat to keep the ambient temperature warm enough, because this thing is not going to keep it warm enough above you know, freezing when it gets freezing temperatures in here. So we have the heat lamp, and then we also have the brooder here. So I'm going to tip up the brooder and let's see what these guys look like. So, so here we are. Hi guys! I'm so happy with this batch so far. I've been working with them, and they're not very flighty or skittish at all. I've had problems before of getting chicks or hatching chicks, and they're just like spastic and won't let you touch them. I mean, they're a little spastic, but not much. Well, that one actually bit me. Well, I guess I am sticking my finger in their face. But yeah, we have basically, I think, 4 different colors in here. This red ones with the striped feathering going on, those are olive eggers. That's their coloration. I can't remember the exact name of the breed they are. Olive eggers are basically a hybrid anyway, no matter how you look at it. But I can't remember the breed that they are. And then I like my little white fuzz ball there. If I had to guess, that's going to either be my Brahma cross, my Buff Orpington cross, or my, I have 2 Brahmas. I have a cream Brahma and a Buff Brahma. So it's going to be one of those 3. I do have a Brahma Buff Orpington cross outside, and it's kind of cool. But yeah, that one's the only white one I have. And then, of course, I've got a lot of blues and a black there. So they are doing very, very well. I have a baker's dozen. 1 more had hatched after I took the videos of the other ones before I brought them out. But yeah, so that's what they are looking like right now. They are happy and healthy, and they're waiting for me to put their mother back down on top of them so they can hide. So let's go ahead and do that so we're not stressing them out. All right. Excuse me, guys. Let me pick this up. Let me pick this up. Thank you. All right. Move this back. Whoops, sorry. Get out of the way. All right. So there we go. Okay, so that is the setup that we have right now for our chicks, getting them growed up, so to speak, before they go out into the big boy coop, so to speak. I'm hoping to put them out there in about another month and a half or so. We'll see how the weather goes. The big coop is big, and so it can get a little drafty. So we want to make sure that these guys have some good feathering starting before we put them out there. And we'll also still put the brooder out there too, so they can get up against that if they need some extra warmth. But other than that, they'll just have the light on, because they'll stay inside that coop probably for another month and a half before they're big enough to let them where they can come out of the coop and wander around in the yard. So we have a light that stays on, like what's on right now. So they get a sense of time, so they have a cycle when the light comes on, goes off, just like daylight. And that's how we've always done it, because they need to know what the cycle is. Otherwise, they're going to be so messed up when they go out into the big world, so to speak, that they're not going to know how to function. So having a regular light on a timer is a big key to success to raise chicks. And apparently Red wants to make sure that I am not bothering the chicks at all. He knows that these are his. Oh, roosters are so funny sometimes. Anyways, I hope that you really enjoyed this video. These chickens are going to be around for a while, we hope. And I hope to continue to show you how they are growing. Right now, we have the avian flu epidemic to worry about. But so far as I know, it really hasn't come into our area. It has hit southern Michigan, but not where we are. So I really have to pay attention to that and make sure that we don't have to euthanize all these chicks, chickens, especially the baby chicks that we just hatched. That would just be horrifying. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For right now, we're just going on faith, like we always do here on the homestead. So thanks for being with me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button below. That way you can stay involved with us here on the homestead and all that we do here. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope that wherever you are wonderfully blessed. So until next time, bye-bye.